Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the return of the Champions League this season. Can Real Madrid potentially compete to win it? Now, this is definitely, I think, a question that everyone is always asking every year because a few years ago we would be, oh, Real Madrid are favourites, but now that you have got a team like Manchester City, now that you have got teams like Bayern Munich and PSG that are always around that um, Champions League as well, you know, will this be a season to almost say, you know what, I think Man City will be too strong. If we play against Man City or Bayern Munich head to head, are they going to be too strong? Are they going to walk away? That kind of questions that I think have to be answered really, because realistically, you win. You want to play very well in the Champions League with one aim. Man City don't compete in the Champions League thinking we don't want to retain it or we don't want to win it again. Bayern Munich won't come into this season thinking that, oh, we've brought in Harry Kane, we've brought in Kim and Jae, we're not going to try to compete for the Champions League. And Real Madrid won't say, you know what, we have won it 14 times, we're not going to compete. So there is this elite club mentality that these top teams want to compete, and that is perfectly fine. You've got some of the top managers in the top clubs that wants to compete for the Champions League. Now, the group stages, I think every year Real Madrid seem to be alright. They don't really walk away from it. Of course, you do get a few results throughout the course of the years. Like, I remember, was it that last year we lost to RB Leipzig? We lost away in Germany, and I think it was the year before we lost to Sheriff. Yeah, so every year it seems like Real Madrid do have that one or two odd games that they draw or they lost. So I think it's almost kind of something that Real Madrid are used to, really. But speaking of Germany, we've got a German team in the Champions League that we're playing up against. That is the headline, really. Now, we have all really watched TikToks and we've watched these videos about how Union Berlin's rise to the top four into the Champions League is very inspiring, of course. But now here's the problem, because now Real Madrid are gonna play Union Berlin. Now, am I worried? Yes, I am. Of course, they've brought in some very good signings. I think they've brought in Kevin Volland, Gozens, Bonucci. Like, they've just brought in Bonucci from absolutely nowhere. But this is a side that are going to challenge and have been challenging for the top four for the last two seasons, right? This is a side that have now brought in senior, more experienced players into their team. And this is a side that would want to try and push Real Madrid and Napoli to try to get out of the group. Now, whether you think that's possible or that's realistic, okay, but of course, it's a high ambition for Union Berlin and Braga, but I do think that Union Berlin will be coming over to the Bernabeu and giving it their absolute best. They're playing at the Santiago Bernabeu. Of course, who wouldn't want to enjoy these moments, Um, of course, the away trip to Germany in Berlin is going to be a tough game. We'll get onto that when, the time comes. But the first game, I think it's good that it's at home. I think it's good that, it's at the Bernabeu, because if we started off away in Berlin and we lost or we drew, I think that would have, really started the negativity in the team. I don't think that we can still say that, oh, because it's at home we'll definitely win. But I think it's a lot more likely for us to win at home compared to away. I think with home advantage, you're playing with the home atmosphere mainly. How many Union Berlin fans are realistically going to come over? You'll probably get 10,000, 20,000, but realistically, 80-90% of the stadium is going to be Real Madrid fans. So that is a big plus. But let's talk about Union Berlin. In fact, I want to have a look at how they've started because I've not watched too much of Union Berlin so far this season. Um, so let's have a look at how they've started. So they've played four matches in the Bundesliga. Of course, the Bundesliga I think started later compared to the other leagues this season. The first game against Mainz, a win. Darmstadt, a win. But the last two games, at home against RB Leipzig, they got absolutely trashed. And away against Wolfsburg recently, it's not too long ago, in fact, it's like 4 days ago, they lost away 2-1. So, this is where I'm looking at this team and I'm looking at how they've played as an opportunity to go at them. Because, yes, they've won 2 games and they've won them convincingly, but the other 2 games, the last 2 games, have not been great, which shows that there is a way to get at Union Berlin. They're not a team that you can't get at. Of course, they've got some very good players. In fact, it's more than just Gosens, Bonucci, and Volland. They've also got Brendan Aronson. They've got Fofana from Chelsea on loan. They've got Juranovic, the Croatian right back. They've got a very good team. So, overall, they're going to be coming over and they're going to be challenging. But thinking and looking at how Wolfsburg and Leipzig managed to stop this team from winning or getting anywhere near winning, I think Real Madrid have to be realistically the favourites. Like, this is not even realistically, trying to underestimate Union Berlin, but it shows that they are a side that you can get at. They are a side that you can score goals against. You can score 2, you can score 3, you can even score 4 against. So it just depends on the attack for me. But I'll run through my starting 11. I've got Kepa in goal because he's gonna play and Lunin's not gonna play. I've got the same back 5. In fact, I've got the same exact team except for one change again. But I don't think Carvajal will be dropped. This is a Champions League opener. I can't see Lucas Vazquez starting. Rudiger and Alaba has to play until Militao gets back, which is next season. And Fran Garcia, who was man of the match against Real Sociedad, he'll have to play. Hopefully he'll get himself, more going forward. Of course, he got 2 assists against Real Sociedad. Maybe he can get an assist. But overall, the wing backs that we have, the full backs that we have, Fran Garcia and Carvajal, they are attacking minded. Like, if you watch how Carvajal played against Sociedad, a lot of the times he was getting good positions, so that a cross that comes to him, he might be able to get it back into the box, or he might be able to get a cross in. So the 2 fullbacks that we have are very attacking minded. So definitely a good thing when you go forward, when you're on a counter, but when you're defending a counter, that is going to be an issue. I've got Camavinga because I still think he will play. I've got Tchouaméni because he has to play. He's the only 6, or the only 6 that can be recognized. I've got Luka Modric because Toni Kroos played against Sociedad and I think he'll be rested. I do think that for a Champions League opener, you want to have at least a player in the team, especially in the midfield, that has a bit of experience. So it could have been Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, but I just feel like to get a bit of experience in this team, I've got Modric. The front 3, it's going to be the same front 3 until Vini Jr. and even Arda Güler comes back, because I don't see Brahim Diaz getting many starts. Bellingham as the 10/false 9. Rodrigo and Joselu as the other 2 around him. So this is the starting 11 for me. I don't see many changes this season, at least not so far yet, but this would be my starting 11. But in terms of a score prediction, I'm not going to go like 4-0, 5-0, because let's not disrespect Union Berlin. I'm gonna go a 3-1 win. I think we will concede, but I think we will get the job done, and I think we will win 3-1. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to us on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.